So last video, I talked about a Chinese Plants vs. Zombies game called Plants vs. Zombies Journey to the West. And today, we're going to be talking about another one. It's called Plants vs. Zombies Social Edition. And I'm going to talk about all the new plants that were in this game, and maybe some of the new zombies, depending on how long that's going to take. And I'm going to make a few disclaimers. I might get some stuff wrong, because I don't know much about this game. It's more of lost media than it is a game, because you had to play it on some website. You couldn't just download it, and it was taken down in 2014, which was pretty much 10 years ago at this point. So yeah, I'm bound to get some stuff wrong, but I apologize for whatever I'm probably going to get wrong. And without further ado, let's get started. Now, I'm going to start off with a plant called Future Star. Future Star is kind of cool, I guess. It's kind of just an upgraded star fruit. And I'm not really sure how it's different, but what's really weird about this plant is it was used to advertise a brand of milk. Yeah, and that's a very weird thing for a Plants vs. Zombies plant to be advertising, but here's the ad right here. Yeah, really weird ad, but that's Future Star. Now the next plant is one of the most iconic plants from this game. This is a very popular plant. Super Chomper. Super Chomper is an upgrade of the Chomper, and it's pretty good from what I've seen. It just eats one zombie like how the normal Chomper does, but I think it takes 15 seconds to eat it instead of 42, so yeah, this is actually a pretty good plant, it seems like, and yeah, that's Super Chomper. It's alright. It's pretty good, in my opinion. But one really weird thing about this plant that shares with the Future Star is it was used to advertise the same brand of milk. And there's actually an ad for this one out there, which is hilarious to me. And that's just really weird. And that's just a really weird thing for a Plants vs. Zombies plant to be advertising, because what do plants have to do with milk? Yeah, and there's an ad for this one out there, which looks ridiculous, by the way. I'll link the ad for the Super Chomper in the description for anybody that's interested, but why did they ever have plants advertise milk? What? That just doesn't make any sense. Now, the rest of these plants I don't really have footage of, so I'm just going to show you the plants and tell you what they did and what their names are. Now, the next plant I'm going to talk about is the Fire Mushroom. Fire Mushroom was actually a really good plant, it seems like. The zombies would take bites out of it and they would burn, and then they just burn to the ground. And that's really cool to me, and that just sounds broken to me. They just take bites out of it and it burns. I guess it was a wall plant, but yeah, that's Fire Mushroom. Now, the next plant I'm going to talk about is Pickle Pepper. Yes, that's actually its name. And this is actually pretty useless. It's an upgrade of the jalapeno, quote-unquote, because it's actually a downgrade. And it's just really not that useful. What it does is it kills all the zombies in one lane. And that's really not very good. Unless you, clump a bunch of zombies together with tall nuts or something, that's not going to be very useful, so yeah, that's Pickle Pepper. It's pretty useless. Now, there's this other plant called the Flamewood. I think that's what it's called, but it's literally just a reskin Torchwood, so I'm not really going to say much about it. You know what a Torchwood does. It just lights peas on fire. It's a good plant, but it's literally just a reskin. Now, there's this other really cool plant called Icy Fume Shroom, but it's pretty similar to the Flamewood. All this is, it's a fume shroom that chills the zombies, kind of like a snow pea or winter melon. It's a cool design, but as far as the ability goes, it's pretty lazy, so. But it's time to throw away the lazy and just get weird. This plant is called Calm Chuck. That's actually its name. I think what this does is it goes around the plants like a pumpkin, but instead of giving them more health, it just makes them deal more damage or something. I'm not really sure, but the reason why he's in the game is because he's actually a mascot for Lollipops, and I guess he's in it to advertise the Lollipops. I don't know. I think there's an ad for this guy out there too, but I couldn't find it. So, but if I find it, I'll link it in the description. So, yeah. But that's Calm Chuck. Really weird. I'm not really gonna go into too much detail of this plant because it's a really interesting backstory that we probably don't even know about. I don't know. Just a weird plant. Now, the last plant I'm going to be talking about today is the vine nut. Now, this is a pretty cool design in my opinion. It's a little bit lazy, but I like it. And a really cool thing about this plant is it's actually in PVZ.EE, which I really like. But what this does is it's kind of like an Endurian, but it's a tall nut at the same time. They bite into it like a tall nut, but they take damage like it's an Endurian. So yeah, that's vine nut. I don't know. It's really weird in design, but I guess it's cool. I'm not really sure. But comment down below which one of these plants is your favorite, and comment down below what or if I got anything wrong. And have a great day, and comment, like, and subscribe.